Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here. I got another Master Duel video for you. I got another build and play. We're going to do Punk again. And even though this is probably coming out about a week after the event has ended, at the time I'm recording this, we are still in the World Championship qualifier for 2025. So the second stage is where we're going to be testing our new Punk build. Not going to waste any more time. Let's get right on into it. All right, so for the Punk cards here, let me just be a little more specific. There we go. All right. Now, of course, we're going to want a full playset of 3 Xayameen and a full playset of Ogre Dance to search them. I like having 3 Rising Scale. You definitely only need 2, but this card is certainly not bad to open with just about any other Punk card, so I'll go ahead and include that here at 3 copies. Also, we'll take a full playset of 3 Foxy Tune, again, for being able to summon the Xayameen out of the deck. So, you know, Xayameen being a 1-card starter for this deck, that's usually where I like to evaluate things as far as, like, the ratios. So, we got the 3 Xayameen for the starters, we got the 3 Foxy Tune to search our starter, we got Ogre Dance also to search our starter, and then while I'm thinking about it, we'll of course come back to Punk cards here in a moment, we can also play 3 ETLH to search our 1-card starter. So, there we go. 12 1-card starters is pretty average for current competitive Yu-Gi-Oh decks, so that's already looking really good to me. Also like having a full playset of the deck's best extenders, of which Rising Scale is absolutely that. So when it comes to ratios, that is typically how I do it. If I always want to see a card in my opening hand, I play 3 copies of it. If it's a card that's like solid, but I don't need it every time, then I play 2. If it's a card that's specifically in here for part of the combo line, and I really don't want to see it in my hand, then I only play 1. So that's true of Sharakusai, that's true of Wagon, it's true of Madam Spider, and it's true of the spell and trap cards that are searched off those, the field spell, and then, in my case, the Nashiwari Surprise. So I only want 1 copy of each of those. Deer Note is kind of interesting. So Deer Note, I typically... Well, for current Punk builds, I typically only play 1. You could play 2, though. This card's actually not that bad to have in your hand, because it does have a way of summoning itself or another Punk card from your hand. So, in that regard, you could play a 2nd copy of Deer Note, and that would be fine. But I'm only going to play 1, because I think I am going to end up playing Fiendsmith again. It is just by far the best way to play Punk. No contest, and... really don't see much reason to not include Fiendsmith. If I was playing like pure, or if I was playing like maybe a Kashira package instead, I might consider the 2nd Deer Note, but as it stands, I'm just gonna have it like this. Now for extra deck cards, we only need 1 Rising Carp, we only need 1 Jam Dragon Drive, and you really only need 1 Amazing Dragon. You could play a 2nd copy, it does come up a decent amount of the time, but I'm just gonna start with 1. Oh, and then, hang on. And we'll scrub our new friend, which is Jam Fever, of course. A very, very good card. Okay, so that's it for Punk stuff. Like I said, I am going to do a Fiendsmith build, so let's put in Lurie, Lacrima, the 2 Engraver. We'll do just a single tract, and of course the extra deck cards, such as Mood, Requiem, Requiem, Sequence, and then our fusion monsters. I'll throw Caesar in here as well. This might end up coming out if we need the space, but I think we'll be fine. Okay. Let's see. So now we can start putting in non-engine. Let's start with the extra deck. We definitely want to play Appaloosa for the Fiendsmith stuff. I like playing SP. Oh no, not Moon. I like playing SP and like literally everything. I definitely want Pep in this deck, for sure. And to be totally honest, there's really not a ton of other things that I think you have to play in the extra... Oh, you know what? There is, actually. Almirage. I almost forgot about Almirage. So this card is actually vital to your 1-card combo lines. Might not seem like it at a glance, necessarily, but the idea here is that if you open Xayameen, you can normal summon it, link it into Almirage, and then banish the linked-off Xayameen for the Rising Scale that you searched, and then that's how you get your play started. So you do need Almirage. Last card could really be like any number of extra deck cards. I might try Borreload, because I haven't really summoned to this card yet in this deck much, but At the same time, I I kind of want to play Typhoon as well. Just this guy right here. I actually think there's a decent shot this will come up more often than the Borreload, but I'm just going to try the Borreload for now, I think. We could play Baron with a Kashtira package. The thing is, like, playing Cash and Fiendsmith is a little bit much. I mean, we could just play 2 Unicorn, 1 Birth, and not even play a full Cash package, but even then, we're still going to probably need to go to 42 or 43 to do that. I guess I'm not inherently opposed to that idea. Let me see what the rest of this main deck looks like before we make a decisive call on that. We want Call Buys, we want Cross Out. Of course, we want Maxi, Ash Blossoms. I was just trying to figure out for a second if this is a Gamma deck. Not really. There's, I mean, no, not enough. It's not enough of a Gamma deck. You could play Gamma in this deck. It wouldn't be horrible, but I don't think it's so good. Like, you know, stuff like Snake Eye and U-Bell make a lot of plays without any monsters on the field. And this does some, but once you get like Zamine and then Rising Scale online, you're going to have monsters on your field for the rest of the combo line. So yeah, I'm going to pass on Gamma here. I want Nib for sure. I want at least 1 Ghost Ogre for sure, because it's not only searchable off the field spell, but also summonable off of E-Telly. I like playing at least a couple of Imperms and a Veiler. We could do a Droll, and that's 40 right there. I think I'm pretty satisfied with that. Let me look at this for one more second before I make a decisive call here. Let me also pull up Untapped and make sure I'm not forgetting anything vital. I don't think I am, though. Kind of want to play Triple Tack, but I don't want to play a 41st card for it. Actually, how many cards? There is a decent amount of cards that we're not trying to open here, including a bunch of our Punk stuff. So I think I actually will play Triple Tack as a 41st card. Okay, I like this. I'll set the accessories, even though we're not going to see them in the event, and I'm going to jump right on into it. Triple Tack sleeve, definitely wants the live twin board, and that's fine. That's a fine 3 cards. Okay. Let's go. Do copy from my Fiendsmith Punk deck. And let's do this. Let us do this. Alright, losing the first coin flip. So, hoping our going second hand looks pretty good here. But that's why we play the hand-to-trap ratios that we do. Okay, we got Nib. Can't complain too much about that. You don't only open 1 hand trap. Nib is a pretty solid hand trap to open. Hopefully it's Blue Eyes. Ooh, it might actually be Blue Eyes. I say hopefully it's Blue Eyes because Nib can just solo Blue Eyes right up until their end phase. Or the end of their main phase, rather. Because Blue Eyes isn't really ever going to put up, like, negates on its end board. It's going to end on 2 Spirit Dragon, which is very easily nibbable. Okay, looks like it is going to be Blue Eyes. This is going to be Spirit. Yep. When I see an opponent start with normal summon Ether Barrel, in my mind, it's like there's 2/3 of the time it's Blue Eyes, 1/3 of the time it's Primite Fiendsmith control. That's not like hard and fast numbers, but that's just like ballpark estimate from my general experience. The rest of this hand looks phenomenal for going into our opponent's turn. Zamine, Rising Scale, Cross Out, Triple Tack is going to be a very, very nice way to follow up their nibbed end board. Hopefully we'll get to nib them. They could go Spheres mode. Oh, this is interesting. Neo Kaiser Seahorse. Okay, if they link into spheres, we can still nib them from here. Might toggle off for a second here as they're going into their 5th summon. They're really debating on what they want their 5th summon to be. Okay, actually, it looks like they're going to summon a Baron, so I'm going to nib them as soon as this Magnum Hut comes down. Yep, they get to search, and I'm going to nib. But I do not want them to summon Baron here. Alright, so they have 3 cards in hand. We know one of them is Drill Beam. They're about to get a 4th, which will be a Bestial Monster. So they have 2 unknown cards. Sending Maiden. Okay, summoning off Lordly Load. And that lets them summon this, right? Yes, okay, so they will get to end on a Spirit Dragon. Yeah, they do get to end on a Spirit Dragon here, but I think this was unavoidable. I think we had to nib them when we did, otherwise we were just going to get hit with the Baron. 1 Spirit's not that big of a deal. Okay, this is probably Drill Beam. I guess one of these is probably Drill Beam. Which isn't live, thankfully. So... Okay, they searched Ether Barrel. That's fine for a follow-up turn. Okay, so we're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of 1 to 3 disruptions. That's not a bad draw, actually. Ogre Dance is good Ash bait here, potentially. Alright, let's see what they do in response to this. Nothing. Probably just gonna add another Xayamine here, even though I don't need it. This is where a second Deer Note would go pretty hard, actually, but it's fine. Okay. Alright, Xayamine F. There's the Drill Beam. Alright. Kind of figured that was going to happen. Did I say Drill Beam wasn't live earlier? I definitely didn't mean that. That was one of those cases where, like, I had it in my head that Drill Beam was live, but I just said it wasn't for some reason. Okay, so we knew that was coming. This is fine, because we can still Rising Scales. This is why Ogre Dance was such a good top deck. The only thing I will say, I'm a little bit... Well, actually, this is fine. Okay. So we can cross out the Imperm. We can triple tack in response to the Spirit Dragon F. And then we'll be forced to negate triple tack with the ultimate Spirit Dragon F. We know one of the cards in hand is Ether Barrel. So barring the last remaining card in hand being another hand trap, I think we're good from here. Alright, we're gonna summon Shark Husai. Yes. I can even fuse it with the Xayamine in hand. So that search wasn't even, like, useless or anything. Alright. Let's see, so... Yeah, Spirit Dragon can stop effects that are activated in the graveyard, so that would be stuff like this Xayamine, but this tributes itself from the field, so it activates on the field, even though it is in the graveyard. Either way, we were able to successfully bait out the Spirit Dragon negate, and you know what's funny? is now we force them to actually summon the ultimate Spirit Dragon thanks to Rising Scale F. Yep. Wait, this doesn't target, right? Oh, no. It doesn't. It's when it changes that monster. Okay, so. Alright, so let me go for triple attack. There's that. Okay. This can be targeted, right? Yeah, it just says your opponent cannot banish cards from the graveyard. Ah, I see. Yeah, chat clarifying the fact that I wouldn't be able to summon multiple monsters. That is absolutely correct. But I would not have been able to do that. Alright, so we're gonna go for the Jam Dragon Drive here. We'll get a couple of draws and we'll probably summon like... Well, actually, no, we'll go for the Amazing Dragon. We can just bounce their field. Let's go Chain Link 1. It really doesn't matter. If they had Ash, they would have used it already. And then... Yeah, I'll just summon Sharkusai, that's fine. Let's see, I get the special summon right, so we're going to add Madam Spider to hand. Then we get to draw. There's no reason not to get the draws here. Alright, do we just want to banish the... Yeah, we'll just banish this. And we'll special summon. And F. Do add. And then we get to draw again. Alright, let's make you with you and you. And go this and select another card and you. Nah, we're good. And yeah, we could just swing in. We could have summoned Pep as well with these two, but we already have enough damage to just swing in. Alright, that's a very, very good example of a punk game right there. Honestly, again, only opened the one hand trap, the one nib, but our opponent was Blue Eyes, so one nib was enough to get us there. There's actually a lot of opponents where one nib is enough to get you there. I'll save that game, that was pretty good. Yeah, Pep gets plenty of time to shine in this deck. Just not that game, unfortunately. Alright, we're going second again. Let's see what we have here. Okay, we got Valor. This hand's actually not bad at all. All things considered. It could have been a lot better, but it could have been a lot worse too. Regained and then Lubellion. Am I gonna Valor Magnum Hut? No, I'm not going to. If I think it's Primite Fiendsmith control, they could still like normal summon Ether Barrel or go into Fiendsmith stuff. If it's branded, they could still normal summon Alibur or just activate branded fusion. There's like not really any deck where I think this would be super worth it here. Yeah, okay, it's Fiendsmith control. Okay, now they're trying to figure out what hand trap I have. Little did you know, I was toggling. Okay, am I going to Valor the Lacrima or the Sequence? Does it matter? I'm going to Valor the Sequence, because if I Valor the Lacrima, they could go into an untargetable, unbattleable over Chaos Angel, which would be really annoying. As opposed to them making, like, what, SP or something off of Requiem plus Magnum Hut? Or Sequence rather plus Magnum Hut? Okay, good. Oh, IP? That's interesting. That's not at all what I was expecting. Interesting. They read my Valor and played around it. Well played. Well played, opponent. This is definitely better than, like, just me negating the sequence for them, even if it's not, like, an optimal inboard. That was well played. That was very well played. Do I want to draw phase E-Telly for Ghost Ogre? Oh, hell yeah, I do. Are you kidding? With IP up? I'll save the other one as an extender. Having Sharkusa in hand is really not ideal. We could summon it from hand if we really have to, though. We simply chain. Watch him have a call by. Oh, brutal. Devastating. Actually, completely fine. They're gonna what? SP, banish my Xayamine. I triple attack, take it. I don't even have to take it. Well, I will if it's an SP, yeah, so it doesn't annoy me later. I triple attack, take it, E-Telly for a Xayamine, and then activate anyway, because I never activated the effect. Seems pretty good to me. Actually, is it? Because I will still have Sharkusa in my hand. I don't have a normal summon. That's fine. We'll figure it out. Okay, we'll get to summon their Magnum Hut, which is not ideal. God, Regained is such a broken card. They're gonna have Paradise as well. Okay. We could take Requiem off tactics. That's actually, you know, I think we still take Little Knight. Let me think about this for a second. This is fine. Yeah, we don't have to do this yet. I think we have to take Little Knight, because otherwise it'll mess with us if we don't. We're gonna dump Paradise. They could tag out both their things here in response if they wanted to. Yeah, looks like that's what they're doing. Wow, that's actually really bad for me. Wait, I was supposed to chain E-Telly sooner. Oh. Yeah, because then they would have had Paradise in the graveyard yet. Oh, I messed up. Rip. Rip me. Oh, yeah, I screwed up. Unfortunately, it's not fine, because now if I E-Telly for Xayamine, they're just going to pop it. If I had E-Telly'd sooner, like in response to Lacrima's effect, well, no, not in response to Lacrima's effect, it would have had to have been in response to, like, Requiem's effect. I could have specialed Xayamine, wouldn't have been popped, I could have searched Rising Scale, that would have been popped by the trap card, but I still would have gotten to resolve the Rising Scale F to summon from deck, which could have gotten me something, you know? Dang, that's... I think I'm actually just going to concede here. I should have activated E-Tele to make them do it, but it's fine. We'll just do one more game real quick. We'll do one more duel for this video. Of course, if you're watching live on stream, we're going to keep going afterward. But yeah, I want one more game. Okay, we got a going first game. Good. I was going to say, give me at least one going first game here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, let's see what we got. Not bad. This is a discard though, right? No, it sends. Sand is still fine. Let's start by activating Foxy Tune. I'll probably just send the Lurie. I don't know, actually. I should not have led with Foxy Tune. No, this is fine. No, wait, this specials? Wow, this is actually a really difficult decision. It's probably just the trap card, right? Yeah, it is. I didn't want to send it, but it would be greedy not to. Okay, this is any punk card. Good, that's what I thought. So normally we would add a Rising Scale, but we already have that. So normally I would add Foxy Tune, but we already started with that. So maybe I'll just get Ogre Dance for some flexibility here. Are you gonna droll me? Okay, good. Oh, I should have field spelled. Yeah, oops. Oh well. I don't think we have any way to recycle this. Oh, maybe we do. I don't remember. No, we don't. It doesn't matter either way. We don't need the Foxy Tune in the yard. That's interesting. I didn't get to draw off that. Oh, is this not part of... No, it is part of... Oh, that was weird. Alright, whatever. I'll keep the Rising Scale in play. I could fuse with the Ogre Dance in hand. That's not a horrible idea. I'll do it. Oh, not a Psychic. I see. It's only when the tuners activate their effects. Because the tuners are all Psychic. Ooh, that was not a good draw. Actually, no, that wasn't a good draw at all. Well, it's not that big of a deal because we do have the field spell, but that's still pretty far from ideal. Oh, okay, that's actually completely fine. This is like the weird one scenario where that actually doesn't really matter here because I can just do... It actually doesn't matter for multiple reasons too, which is funny. It doesn't matter not only because I can just do this and summon Deer Note this way, but also I wasn't even gonna get any draws off of Madam Spider or Wagon because I already opened with both of my search targets. So that, like, that didn't matter in, like, multiple ways. That was interesting. Also, I could make Borreload this game. No, I need to... Like, if I normal summon Lurie and go into Requiem, and, like, do all that, I'm gonna try it. This might actually be the one... Or the first, not the one time, but the first time I've actually summoned a Borreload Savage Dragon in this deck. I think Borreload Savage Dragon might actually be better than Jam Dragon Drive here. I guess I do miss out on a draw, but like you could debate that an Omni Negate is better than Ghost Ogre plus a draw here. Right, now I can go... Even chain block all these too. That's cute. Well, you know what? Actually, I think the other board would have been better, because wouldn't the other board have had Jam Fever on top of everything else? So it actually would have been a Monster Negate, a Ghost Trigger, and a draw, instead of an Omni Negate like I'm getting? Okay, that actually might have been better. Are they thinking about something here? Is it Nib? It's Magnum Hut. Okay. Well, that unfortunately sucks for multiple reasons, because I'm figuring out that, yes, the other board was actually better. And now I can't even make the board I was setting up here. Which is unfortunate, but not like the end of the world, I suppose. You know what I could do here, actually? Not that, although that would be funny. But I could just, like, make an SP at some point here. Or even an Apo? I don't think I'll have that many bodies. Oh my god, Druiswarm too? That's disgusting. Okay, well, you know what? Oh, but I won't have any Light Fiends in the graveyard except for the Lacrima? Oh, that's brutal. Okay, that actually is really brutal. Okay. So, I think we just go SP, banish the Druiswarm, and then pass here. And then we can still Amazing Dragon on their turn. Yeah, that's... Because there's no point to making sequence anymore. So we don't have any Light Fiends in the graveyard. So yeah, I think this ends up being better. Druiswarm. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, I'll make Amazing Dragon on their turn. Even if we had a second one, I don't love making it on my turn here because I just bounce their Bestials back to their hands so they can use them again. Well, that was unfortunate. The thing that was most unfortunate about it is that, like, my little experimentation line, if I just thought about it for, like, 30 more, no, not 30 seconds, it's a long time. If I thought about it for, like, 10 more seconds, I probably would have figured it out, but, oh well. This is why we do science. I hate that drill beam because it's live. That's really disgusting. Now, this will be interesting, though. Okay, so they want to battle over Sharkusa. They want to negate with Drill Beam. Okay, so we'll go to battle phase. They'll Drill Beam, I'll SP. Could actually just dodge and banish these two. Leave the Magnum Hut. Oh wait, they're gonna let it resolve? Oh, that's fine too. Oh, they're gonna Drill Beam the Amazing Dragon. Okay, that's fine. Lordly Load can stay on the field. I don't want to bounce it. And then I'll draw a card. Or maybe they're thinking, if I don't activate Drill Beam, they can't chain Little Knight, and I just battle over it. They just want to get rid of it. That would actually be the optimal play here, because then they save Drill Beam for my turn, and I'm like extra screwed. Oh wait, no, duh. Then the bounce resolves, and I keep... Forgot what my... Oh no, but they can still resummon! Oh, I hadn't thought about that. I could still dodge out now, though. and take 2,500 to the face. I think that's worth it. Oh, it's Roar. Oh, okay. Roar for Dippity. Mm-hmm. Okay, I still have Xayamine. Actually, I still have like all my tuners in the deck because I didn't summon any of them. I didn't need to. They don't really do anything still, though. I still have that same problem of them not doing anything here. Could E-Tally for Ghost Ogre, potentially. I don't really see a world where that's gonna, like, get me out of anything, though. I think I need to E-Tally for Xayamine to draw, and... I mean, we'll just see what we top deck, too, for the start of our turn. But we're gonna have to play through Fiendsmith stuff on top of them still having Drill Beam. Yeah, this is probably just gonna be an L here. Pretty much no matter what they do, honestly, this is probably just gonna be an L. I kinda don't see a way out of this. Ah, that sucks too. If I just hadn't pivoted the way I did there into Borreload, I think this would have gone a lot differently. But again, that's why we experiment. So we can grow and learn. And honestly, like, I've said it since I started making videos for this channel, but I don't mind keeping in games like this where I make a misplay, especially if it's a live game like this too, because I feel like that's important. Like, might not be readily obvious to see why that's the case, like, up front, but I think it's important not only for, like, a transparency or honesty standpoint, but, like, for an education standpoint too, you know? How many did they put back? Oh, okay, it was 3. Yeah, Desiree and Drill Beam, that's going to be brutal. We will have Amazing Dragon and Little Knight. It's not like our field's going to be empty, though. Got the Ognum Day, too. To be expected, it is Fiendsmith control. They put back... Oh, they had to. Okay, they didn't have another Light Fiend in the yard. I was going to say, I was a little surprised they didn't want to keep Requiem. Or I always mix up Requiem and Sequence's names. They might... The Drill Beam might not be live. They don't have an Ether Barrel in hand, do they? Do they search an Ether Barrel during their end phase off of Magnum Hut? Oh, no, it's right there. I knew they had an Ether Barrel. Actually, I don't know if we knew that or not. Because they added Drill Beam off the Lord Reload, I'm pretty sure. Wait, also, doesn't that mean that Drill Beam's not live anymore? Unless they have another Primite / Vanilla monster in hand? Because they can't activate another Lord Reload. You can only activate one of these per turn. Well, you can only use each effect once per turn. I guess they could Lord Reload for just the summon. And then Drill Beam would be live that way. Looks like that's exactly what's going to happen here. Okay, so... I'm trying to think of what I could even top deck. I guess Triple Tack would be really good right now. Alright, let's find out. Oh my god, 2 sets. Is it Call By / Imperm? Oh, and they get the Magnum Hut Search, can't forget that. Wow, I'm really not optimistic about our odds here, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna do it. Okay, Because, like, even if I tried to go, like, you know, into an early battle phase or something, just the fact that a drill beam can also negate... The card is... Would you believe if that card was a little broken? Maybe we can make Pep? If I can stick a Pep, that might be enough to do it. The difference in our life points isn't going to be great enough. Ironically, that paying 2,000 off the roar might actually end up saving them. Although, honestly, not having the field spell really hurts here because, like, that's gonna really... Like, if I had the draw, I'd feel a lot better than I do right now. Okay, they're gonna drill beam the Zamine. And honestly, I really don't think I can come back now, because even if I Amazing Dragon to revive... Well, does this banish then negate? Well, okay, I could SP... Actually, hang on, I might still have something I can do here. Oh, I should have picked one of their dudes. Whatever. I should have picked, like, their... Yeah, like their Desiree or something. Okay, but now we definitely just lose. Well, that's unfortunate, but you know what? It's like I said before. We live, we learn, and we move on with our lives. And I think that's going to go ahead and end up doing it for this video. I'll give y'all one more look at the build here. I really like this build. I think this is very solid. I like the 41 with the triple tack. Again, I think we have enough things that we're really not trying to open here that it does end up being worth it. So, okay, I think that's going to go ahead and do it. Oh, we also got a raid here right at the end of our YouTube video. So, p.u.n.k, thank you very much for raiding. Very much appreciate that. Welcome, raiders. Hope you're all doing well. But yeah, I think so. The stream's still going to keep going. This is just the ending of this YouTube recording that we're doing here. So if you're watching on YouTube, we're about to sign off for the outro. But if you want to catch the live streams, again, either sub here on YouTube or twitch.tv/hexlexlive. Follow and or sub over there because I do multi-stream to both platforms. But that'll do it. Let's move on to our outro. Hey everybody, Hexlex here. Thank you so very much for watching all the way to the very end of the video, which by the way is one of the best ways to support the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, take a look at the names on screen. These are folks who have been so generous as to either join as a YouTube member or subscribe over on patreon.com/Hexlex to support. There's also perks for doing so. If you would like to see YouTube videos early, as well as some exclusive videos that get uploaded to YouTube, but for one reason or another I decide not to publish, definitely go ahead and hit that join button to see content early as well as some exclusive content. If you're looking for more exclusive content, over on patreon.com, I upload exclusive videos that are not posted on YouTube just about every single day. Whether you choose to subscribe over on Patreon, join as a YouTube member, or simply continue to watch, your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so very much. But for now, this is Hexlex. I am signing out, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.